I'm privileged to be joined now by Patrick Keohane. Patrick, you chaired the opening session today and you're Chief Medical Officer at BenevolentAI. First, tell me what Benevolent does.
Benevolent is a very interesting, fast-growing company. It's a mixture of biological scientists and data scientists who are aiming to disrupt the way that we discover and develop new medicines and bring them to patients.
How have you seen this field evolve?
The field has been evolving stepwise for some years, and there's been a lot of energy put into the area of drug discovery and healthcare delivery. We're at the point now where we've learned enough and we've refined the tools to the point where we're beginning to see real progress. And particularly when you have to work with large amounts of data, very high risks of failure in discovering new medicines, there's a lot of learning to do. But we're beginning to see the first signs of where that learning is delivering real results. And this is because of the ability to train and develop the AI tools to utilize enormous amounts of scientific data, focus on delivering new medicines, and start to see the first wins appearing, not just in our company, but in a number of areas across the discovery and development space.
My impression is that AI's moment is now, as far as healthcare is concerned.
Yeah, I think AI's moment is now in terms of discovery of better new medicines and delivery of better healthcare to people. And society needs both. We need better medicines and we need improved healthcare systems. And AI is reaching the level of maturity and capability, and the data is reaching the level of accuracy and precision and usability, which is going to allow real change to come from real results. So yes, AI is at the point of driving forward substantial change.
But what are the challenges that lie ahead? I mean, obviously, public perception is a key one, where a lot of the public think that AI is something to do with mad robots.
There are several fundamental but very human and predictable challenges. On one hand, there's huge hype about AI, autonomous vehicles, being able to get an insurance quote instantly with no information. So on one side, there's huge expectations from what AI can do, and on the other, there are real concerns about where is my information going? How do I know what's going to be done? Am I going to be, as you said, is a robot going to take over? Will I be able to see my GP next week? And the truth is always somewhere in the middle. But AI is a very powerful tool that will bring better medicines and will bring better healthcare delivery to everybody.
Now, you're a key player in this area, so what are the trends that we're going to see over the next 2 or 3 years?
Well, I think the first trend is already very well established. You're seeing a big upsurge in interest in AI, a lot of investment in AI companies. A lot of that is in London and the UK, which is good for UK PLC. And what you're going to start seeing now is real innovative ideas, collaborations between established industries, pharma, biotech, established organisations like the NHS in the UK, other research organisations in other countries, and you'll start to see real collaborations coming together. And from that, you'll start to see real output in terms of medicines which have been discovered predominantly through the use of AI. That's never been done before. Never.
It's an extraordinary prospect, isn't it? I mean, it's very exciting, and I guess you have to somewhat temper that enthusiasm so it doesn't run away into hype.
Why? No, you're right. You don't want to overhype it, and you shouldn't overpromise. But there is a tremendous enthusiasm. There are a lot of very smart young mathematicians deeply involved in AI. And the people who come to work for Benevolent, because we're focused on science and scientific data, they come to us because they want to make a difference. They want to bring better medicines to patients. They want to solve problems. They could go to other platform companies and maybe earn more money, but they want to be somewhere where they're doing something for society. And I think a lot of us are driven by that in the healthcare sector.
And what I'm hearing from everybody here is that if you want your child to keep you in your old age, put them into data science. There's a huge need, and there is a skills shortage, isn't there?
There's a huge skill shortage, and we're fortunate that London is a very attractive city for people to live in, because a number of very bright, talented people are coming to London to work in AI, and we want to continue to encourage that.
How important are gatherings like this, conferences that bring together people from different disciplines?
Yeah, I think this is really important because AI is ubiquitous and being used in many different areas. And it's really important for people in the same area, be it healthcare delivery or drug discovery, to come and see what others are doing, share and learn, figure out from other people's mistakes how to move faster. And I think sharing that knowledge is pretty open at this stage. There are lots of small organisations and individuals here, and for them it's particularly important. For Benevolent as an SME, we're really interested to get more access to rich databases, some of which are held commercially by governments, by private organisations. Opening that kind of access for everybody's benefit is really important. And this kind of meeting is a good way to talk to different stakeholders, to share what people are doing, to try and solve some of the problems actually most of the companies here probably have.
Finally, what's the most exciting thing you've heard so far in this meeting?
There are so many things. I think, to be honest, the most exciting thing I heard was when the London Chief Information Officer, who was in my session this morning, talked about all the things that are going to be done to make London a smarter, more connected place and more interesting for bright young mathematicians to come and live in and come and work for companies like Benevolent and help us produce new medicines for people. I had no idea so much was being done and being planned with the infrastructure of London to build on the super city we've got. That was an eye-opener. Nothing to do with my industry or my business, that was a real eye-opener.
Fantastic, it's been such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much, I appreciate the time.